All right, what's up, guys? Camera. Yes, okay. So I think in my last video I said something like I want to be a little more consistent and at least upload a weekly video, but yesterday was Sunday. I was intending to upload these on Sundays, but I forgot. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Oftentimes, as somebody who is faking it as a content creator pretty much, I worry sometimes, do I have content? And yeah, I do have stuff I want to talk about, but oftentimes, like when it gets down to the time of recording a video, I convince myself, and that's not that exciting. Anyways, so I'm going to talk to you about something that I am excited about. If you can see my background, that is prizes from round one. And I think my other videos have been around round one as well. But one thing that I haven't talked too much about, especially if you don't follow my Instagram, you wouldn't know this, but I sell these. And I don't think it's against the terms and conditions at round one. I do know that I sell on eBay, and every competitor that I have selling the same stuff I am, they are doing round one too. And so I know that I am not alone in this, but also perhaps I might be alone in sharing with you the numbers. And so, you know what, today I'm going to share with you the numbers, how I'm doing. I started this year because, I was bored. I work, I come home, I live by myself. And on the weekends, it's either I sleep in late, do nothing, just watch anime all day, or I can get my butt out of the house and do something. And usually that something is round one. In Washington, I know there's beautiful hikes and the weather right now is great. But yeah, like I said, I do enjoy the claw machine games because I think that it is an adventure for me. Anyways, enough of that. This whole video is going to be recorded on Instagram Edits because they have this green screen live video feature, and I'm testing that out. And luckily, when I record video via Instagram Edits, it does use the microphone. I have a microphone back here. It does use the microphone versus some other apps where if I connected my DJI mic, it wouldn't be able to actually record off of that versus this app. Pleasant surprise. And so let me show you the screen with my numbers. All right, real quickly here, these are my numbers. I think they're pretty good. $1,454 was it? It'll loop again. Okay, I'm waiting for, yeah, $1,454 in 90 days. And so just actually, I made my first sale in February. So February, March, April. I know it's May, and I did sell a bunch yesterday. And so perhaps, I think it's probably cutting February short because I, on the computer, I changed it to year to date, and it had the same number, 1,454. And so I think that I probably made my first sale late February, which is why I still am including the total number. This number, don't get too excited. I know it looks like a great number, and if you can see some of the prices on these, okay, you can't see the prices. I'll show you guys an example of some of the prices on an item and what they're selling for. But if you are thinking about doing this, one, you have to be good at the machine. You got to be good at the games. And yes, I do intend to share all the knowledge that I have in these videos, but at the same time, sometimes it's just getting out there and trying it. And I certainly have spent hundreds and hundreds. I think this year alone, just for this, I spent $1,000. I know it looks like I made more than $1,000, but that's actually not the number I take home. I'll show you the number I take home right now, actually. All right, so this is the number I take home. I sell an item. Okay, let's see. So my subtotal, maybe I should have blown this up a bit, but it is $60. So this is actually one of the better orders because this person ordered two items, and that means that if I were to be offering free shipping, which I was on both, then I can put both of it into one box and it'll roughly come out to the same cost as rather than if I were to have two different orders, two different shipping, even if it's the same person. Anyways, so yeah, this is actually for two items, so it's not $60 for one item, although there have been items like the Reze that have gone towards like $50 plus. Those are the ones where I actually make some money and a little extra. Most of the time, honestly, I'm making just what I spent. And again, that is also about just how good you are at the games, or how lucky you are most of the times, if I'm being honest. So yeah, back to numbers. That's $60. Shipping 0 because I offered free shipping here. Sales tax, which is just what the buyer pays, and so this is what someone had to pay eBay, not me. They had to pay eBay for this, and then eBay takes their cut. Look at that. So that's the total that they got from that's what eBay got from the buyer. And I'm sorry, I'm like coming real close because these numbers are small for me as well. Sales tax, self-explanatory. Transaction fees, that is the one that eBay takes. That's their cut, along with the ad fee general, right above right here. That's their cut as well. And then shipping label, that's what I paid because I offered free shipping. If I were to not offer free shipping, then whatever the shipping cost would have been, the buyer pays. But my competition, or not just my competition, the competition of this on eBay, everyone's offering free shipping. I have one time listed my item so low because it was just selling that low, and I didn't offer free shipping because at that point I'm losing money. Might as well just keep the product for myself. But the person bought it, they paid for the shipping, and actually made more on that item than if I were to pay for the shipping for them. And so yeah, those are the numbers. The $65.20 what the buyer paid. Sales tax is just taxes. Transaction fees, that's what eBay takes. Shipping labels, that's what I pay or the buyer, but in my situation here, I paid it. And the ad fee, that's what eBay takes. So here, look at that. So the order started off as $60, so it's like a $60 sale. And so that 1,400 number you saw was kind of adding all these up. Pretty much when we come down to what I get to take away, it almost halves, right? And so I think that if, say, you recharge a max, and let me change the background again. So yeah, if you charge the max at round 1, that means you're paying $110 for 800 credits. 800 credits per swipe, which is like a 14 credit swipe. Usually the big claw machine games with these prizes, each swipe is 14 credits. So 800 over, or is it? Yeah, 800 over the 110 is like, it comes out to $2 a credit. And if you don't charge up to the max, and this is also with the special card, not the basic card. And I do suggest that if you are going to round 1 even more than once, just get the special card because you get so many more credits in comparison to what you pay. And so in my case, I am charging the max amount so that I get the bonus credits, because I think if you put in the lowest amount, which I don't even know, it might be $30, it might be $20, you're going to come out to charging yourself $4 per 14 credits, right? $4 per swipe. And so when I'm doing my math, what I like to think about is, okay, every play costs me $2. That means that if I were to sell a product for $20 and I were to be, well, actually, honestly, if I were to be selling a product for $20 and I offer free shipping, and that shipping costs me upwards to about $10, that means that after eBay takes their cut, I might be getting back maybe $10 off that $20 item, right? And so this all changes if you would rather just sell locally, like on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. However, if you are selling on eBay, there is inevitable eBay fees. You're gonna want to probably do some ads. You're gonna want to offer free shipping because everybody else is. And so yeah, you're gonna get $10 back. What does that mean? That means $10 divided by 2, that's 5 tries. Can you win that prize in 5 tries? And if you can't, that might not be a good prize for you in terms of maybe a eBay business like this. For me, I know which games are going to give me a win in less than 5 tries. I know some machines are designed to do like 3 try wins. There are some games where I get lucky and I get it in 1 try or 2 tries. Once I figure out the flow of a machine, I can probably get it in 2 tries. There are times where I go to a machine, someone had been playing it, they're not there, I'm not trying to like swipe in while they're recharging. and they almost won, and then I do it. Sometimes you get lucky at payout too, because payout is a real thing at an arcade. But yeah, those are my numbers. Those are what I've been pretty excited about these days. I do my job, still work in tech, still work for my company, but on the side, every weekend, every other weekend or so, I would go to Round1, and I have a lot of stock accumulated. That machine was very fun. I felt kind of bad. I literally had to go back to my car, unload, and then come back in. I had to come back in because I still had credits left, but yeah, I did do that, and it is fun. Those are the numbers. It is doable, guys, but then again, it's all about the numbers, right? Can you win the product in less than 5 tries? Or 5 tries if you're gonna break even. At the same time, if there are items where you can charge more than 25 bucks or 20 bucks. Most items, my average cost of an item is 25 bucks. The ones that don't sell well, I lower it all the way down to 20. If I go under 20, I get very nervous about, am I actually losing on this? Because usually I am. But there are some items that hit $30 sales at the same time, again, if you have a sale for $30, you can assume that you're going to be kind of paying half of that to eBay and just the cost of business. And I think that's what changed for you. If you were kind of maybe Central America, it might be different because your shipping costs might be not so drastic. But for me, at least, I live in the West Coast. I live in Washington State. And so that means that if somebody buys from me in New York, it's always going to cost me about the maximum amount. If someone buys from me in Florida, that's going to cost me the maximum amount. Versus maybe if you're selling it from Central America, whether someone buys it from you from New York or California, that might be the most extreme. At the same time, it might not even cost you as much as it would cost me, right? And so, yep, that's my story of my Round1 journey. I might be giving more details if you guys want, but yeah, I wanted to just get in the habit of creating more videos and at least uploading something. So thanks for tuning in. Bye.